Have you ever found yourself saying, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll do it once I feel more motivated? It's easy to make excuses when we face tasks we'd rather avoid, or when we're feeling overwhelmed by everything we need to accomplish. We tell ourselves that we'll wait for the right moment, or when we're in the right mood to take action. But the truth is, that right moment never really comes. We end up procrastinating and feeling stuck. It's frustrating, isn't it? You know what you need to do, but somehow you just can't seem to take that first step. The excuses pile up, and the tasks seem to grow bigger in our minds. The reality is, making excuses is part of being human. We all do it, and it's easy to fall into this cycle. But what if I told you that you don't have to wait for motivation to strike? What if, instead of making excuses, you could start taking action today, no matter how small? The key to breaking this cycle lies in changing the way we think about action. Islam offers us powerful teachings that can help us overcome excuses and take meaningful steps forward, no matter how daunting the task might seem. In Islam, we are taught that while we can't control everything, we are always responsible for making an effort. We're encouraged to take the first step, trust in Allah's plan, and rely on His guidance. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, showed us that success comes from doing our best and leaving the results to Allah. He didn't wait for perfect conditions to take action. Instead, he acted with sincerity, focused on his purpose, and trusted in Allah's plan for him. This lesson from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, teaches us that action is the key to breaking free from procrastination. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about doing what we can, no matter how small, and trusting that Allah will guide us through. Whether it's starting a task, making a change, or even beginning a spiritual practice, Islam teaches us that the first step, no matter how small, is what truly matters. By taking action today, we align ourselves with Allah's guidance and start making progress. It's not about being perfect, it's about starting. Once you've taken that first step, the next crucial element is to set clear intentions, niyyah. In Islam, our actions are judged not just by what we do, but by why we do them. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, taught us that actions are judged by intentions, and every person will be rewarded according to what they intended. Sahih Bukhari. This powerful reminder shows us that the value of an action isn't just in its outcome, but in the sincerity of our intention behind it. When we set our intention, we align our efforts with a higher purpose. It's not just about completing a task or meeting a goal. It's about ensuring that our efforts are directed toward pleasing Allah. For example, if you are working on something that feels overwhelming or unimportant, instead of simply focusing on finishing it, take a moment to set an intention. I am doing this to fulfill my responsibilities and seek the pleasure of Allah. This shift in intention not only makes the task meaningful, but also elevates it to an act of worship. It changes your mindset from seeing the task as a burden to recognizing it as an opportunity to grow spiritually and fulfill your purpose. Setting intentions helps you stay focused and motivated, especially when things get difficult or when the temptation to make excuses arises. It reminds you that everything you do, no matter how small, is part of your greater purpose in life. It encourages you to be present and mindful in your actions, helping you resist the urge to procrastinate or give up when things aren't going as planned. Your intention becomes your driving force, guiding you through the process and helping you stay connected to your faith, even during challenging moments. By focusing on intention, you also remind yourself that Allah sees your efforts, even if the results aren't immediately visible. It's not about getting everything perfect. It's about being sincere in your actions. When you start each task with a clear, positive intention, you transform the mundane into something meaningful and empowering. The journey of overcoming excuses and taking action becomes not just about completing tasks, but about staying aligned with your faith and drawing closer to Allah with every step you take. As you focus on setting clear intentions, the next essential step is consistency. It's one thing to take action once or twice, but true progress comes when we commit to consistent effort. In Islam, consistency is highly valued. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are done regularly, even if they are small." Sahih Bukhari. This teaches us that it's not about doing everything at once or perfectly. It's about showing up regularly, even if the effort feels small or insignificant. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to start something with enthusiasm, but when results don't come right away, we can easily fall back into old habits of procrastination or giving up. But Islam encourages us to focus on regular, steady progress. Whether it's in our worship, personal development, or professional life, the key to success is consistency. Even if you start small, whether it's spending 5 minutes in prayer, working on a task for just 10 minutes, or making one positive change each day, those small actions done consistently add up over time and lead to real transformation. Consistency doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means showing up for yourself and for Allah every day, even when it feels hard or when you don't see immediate results. Islam teaches that the effort you put in, no matter how small, is rewarded. And over time, your consistent actions build momentum. They become habits that shape you into the person you strive to be. The Prophet, PBUH, showed us through his own life that small, consistent acts of goodness, whether in personal worship, helping others, or striving toward a goal, are more impactful than grand gestures done only once in a while. When we commit to being consistent, we not only improve our productivity, but we also develop discipline and resilience. It's through consistency that we build the strength to overcome challenges and keep moving forward. Whether you're trying to break a bad habit, grow spiritually, or achieve a personal goal, remember that success is a journey, not a destination. It's about the small steps we take, day after day, trusting that each effort is leading us closer to the best version of ourselves, in both this life and the hereafter. As you commit to consistent effort, another powerful aspect of overcoming excuses and taking action is patience. Sabr. In our journey towards self-improvement and achieving our goals, patience is key, especially when things don't go as planned or when obstacles arise. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, faced numerous challenges, yet he showed us how patience and perseverance in the face of hardship lead to success and spiritual growth. He said, "Indeed, with every difficulty, there is relief." Quran 94:6. Reminding us that no matter how difficult things may seem, relief and success are sure to follow for those who remain patient and trust in Allah. Patience is not just about waiting for things to happen, but about staying steadfast and continuing to strive, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's easy to get discouraged when things take longer than expected or when we don't see the progress we hope for. However, in Islam, we are taught that every struggle we face has a purpose, and patience helps us understand that. Patience teaches us to stay calm and keep going, trusting that our efforts, no matter how small, are seen by Allah and are part of a greater plan. When we practice patience, we also learn to accept that things may not happen according to our timeline, but that Allah's timing is always perfect. This trust in Allah's plan allows us to move forward without feeling frustrated or defeated. Instead, we remain focused on our goals and continue to put in the effort, knowing that even the smallest steps we take will bring us closer to where we are meant to be. Islam teaches that success isn't always immediate, but with patience, consistent effort, and reliance on Allah, we will ultimately reach our goals, even if it takes time. Patience is also a way to build resilience. Each time we face setbacks or challenges and we choose to persevere, we become stronger. With every trial we face, we learn more about ourselves and about Allah's mercy. Patience doesn't mean passively waiting. It means continuing the journey, trusting in Allah, and remaining positive and hopeful, even in the face of difficulty. By practicing patience, we not only achieve our goals, but also strengthen our connection with Allah, finding peace and contentment in the process.